Hello there. So, just right at the start, I've changed around my mic settings. Hopefully they shouldn't cause the same issues they did last stream. And let me know if I'm just way too loud, especially when I'm starting up the game. So, yes. We'll see. I've lowered my mic settings again, so it should hopefully be alright. So, we'll see. In case, thanks for the sub. In case anyone's wondering, I had to change my mic volume in Windows. So, for some reason it was at 40 instead of at 100. Don't know why that was changed. I didn't even know that option existed. But, well, I've changed it now. I'm guessing an update either added that feature or changed the volume on that feature. So, yeah, I don't know. But it seems that fixed it. And that also explains why the whole noise gate and stuff wasn't working properly. So, it wasn't OBS after all. Well, I mean, I didn't know it was a thing in Windows 10. Not sure if you've noticed, but, like, stuff has changed a bit since the 90s. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of all the different, like, interfaces Windows 10 has. It feels like it's just a giant patchwork of old Windows interfaces, and it's just very inconvenient. So, yes. That's my opinion on that. Nobody asked for it, but there you go. But yeah, I'll go launch the game. And hopefully, my audio settings are going to be decent enough. So. Okay. So, how are the settings for you guys? Okay. Even now? Because yes, we are playing Gabriel Knight. Okay. So. Yes. I finished Quest for Glory 5. Yeah, I think it was number 5, wasn't it? Now I'm confused. Anyways. So... intro. I hope I'll be getting an options menu, because especially if I need to be switching off the music again, I hope those options exist. We'll see. For now, I'll just talk over the music as much as I possibly can. And what sort of hallucination was that? Someone was burning up and transforming into, like, a jaguar or something? I don't know. It was... like... and now there's a snake? What? What is going on? What? What is this? Okay. Well, that explains everything. You guys sure this game isn't supposed to be a horror game? Because it seems weird so far. But yeah, too bad this game has decent music, because I'll probably be switching it off, because it sounds like the sort of music they create a soundtrack for. Because thanks, Sierra. Speaking of which, since it's just the music for now, no game sound. So, yeah, I'll switch it back on as soon as there's anything else. More music. I recognized 2, but I didn't read the full list. So, I recognized the main 2. Okay. Well, the other one was original game soundtrack stuff, and they released the soundtrack. And it got flagged by the system, so I don't trust it anymore. I don't know if they made those systems stricter, or I was just lucky with the other ones. But yes, I know both Tim Curry and Mark Hamill, so yeah, the main 2, also known as the ones that you find absolutely anywhere. I was basically just looking up when the game was made and stuff, and I stumbled across those 2 names, basically in the first line. So, yes. There was a bit of a glitch in the music, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm glad I switched game audio off for now. Alright. Okay. Day 1. Written in blood. Voice acting? Yes, no, maybe? They dreamt of blood upon the shore, of eyes that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and something, something, something. Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay.
I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Gabriel is allowed. Oh, I mean, he's
Gabriel
out.
is what? Oh,
yeah, if
okay.
he ever comes back, I'll tell him.
Yes.
You know,
if that's him, totally out.
I don't know you, but you could do better. Good morning. The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning.
And the music is super loud again. I really hope I can switch it off.
Yeah.
Gee, you're lively. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Sort of.
I told you it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw up your karma.
I'm sure that's it. Maybe I should write a horror novel on passive resistance instead.
So don't sleep. It's your body. Anyway, your handheld tape recorder came today.
Alright, options. Please give me options. Options, options. Music. Off. There. Alright. Text on. Narrator voice. Yes, alright. So I think that should do it. Is this saving? Yes. Alright, well, I honestly don't know who that is, but...
Really? Great.
Yay, I could switch it off.
To see what human rights you violate with this one.
I can't wait to violate them. For example, if you would just let me...
And I located some local voodoo references for you. Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. Well, if you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
But yeah, the fact that I recognize the main 2 kinda means that, well, they're probably a big deal. As in, like, the rest of them too. Not just those two. Anyways, what icons do I have? I've got a hand, a door, mask, so maybe look. This might be use, poke. And ask questions about it. Shout at it. Alright. We'll see. So, I'm guessing this one would open or close doors. This one might be look, so...
Blessed caffeine.
What? Okay. I thought it was a coffee machine, but... well... it's not the greatest description.
Talk to the coffee? Even Gabriel isn't that addicted.
Alright. So, narrator lady. So, this is ask a question. This is another talking option. So, use the coffee
My
machine.
kidney's already floating, thanks.
I mean, I'm definitely not an expert, but are the kidneys responsible for caffeine and stuff? I don't know. They might be. I mean, definitely for the liquid part, but I don't know.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Fancy. Alright. This menu seems quite nice. Don't know about the cursor, but I guess it's supposed to be a normal mouse cursor, just sillier. So, ask about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
Okay.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the paper, same as you.
I'll ask the first one
Do you
again,
know
because...
anything else?
I've told you all I know.
okay. So I can ask stuff twice.
Do you know
Yeah.
I've told you.
Interesting.
What do you know about the voodoo?
You won't get far questioning me about it, Sherlock.
Interesting. Usually they don't have different dialogue versions if I ask the same question twice.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here
Good
2
morning.
months,
How you doing?
but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
So I'm guessing Knight is his actual last name? So, how come we haven't gone out yet?
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
Charming.
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
But yeah, she's fun. But also, since you guys seem to enjoy the party emote more than the BRB emote, I'll just leave it this way. I mean, if anyone's super disappointed that they haven't been able to use the BRB emote, let me know. But yeah, otherwise I'll just leave it this way.
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me.
I don't know why the audio is so crackly in this game. Yeah. No clue.
How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Fair enough.
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it, and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
Okay.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've always wanted to do something really adventurous, Something real life. I'm sick of libraries and lecture halls.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks are traditional Japanese. I don't even remember Japan myself. I was 3 when we came to the States.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
Ouch.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy back east, Mark Kobayashi. His parents are traditional Japanese too. I might eventually, but right now...
I mean, how many times can I ask the same question and she's just gonna find new information to tell me?
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics.
Okay,
my folks
there.
wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school...
Yeah, fine. I think that was looping now, so...
Just tell me.
My folks are...
Yes, it's looping.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Okay.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want 'em.
Okay.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter? He said he was calling from Germany. He told me...
Call
Oh,
Germany.
whoopsies.
Like
Whoopsies.
hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine.
Shouldn't be clicking.
Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Okay.
Do you have
No
more
clicking.
messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called.
How many questions?
Talkative.
Wow.
isn't
Especially with you. What do you want?
he? He left an interesting message. He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey. Oh, that's Humphrey.
Fascinating.
And that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Gabriel, those photos wouldn't have anything to do with the voodoo murders, would they?
How should I
Now,
know?
why would you say something like that?
Because I know you. You're getting privileged information, aren't you? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new voodoo book?
A writer has certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character is a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough. Thanks. Anyway, that's all the messages. Thank God.
What's her problem with pit bulls? Okay. Anything
Do you
else?
know anything else?
I've told you all I know.
No.
What do you know about...
You won't get far.
No.
What else can you tell?
You're the native. Don't ask me.
Alright.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Can't think of anything. Wow.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure chihuahuas let go when they bite either, so... So... Guessing down here is gonna be my inventory. Yeah, but like German Shepherds are big too. I just don't get what the big deal of pit bulls is. So, yeah.
Gabriel cannot take that.
So, can I use the ladder? Okay.
If you try to look down my shirt one more time, I'm leaving.
Hell, just trying to refresh my memory.
I know what you're trying to refresh, and it isn't your memory. Get down.
Alright then. Well, he sure seems charming. I'll get that.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
No problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
Oh. Is it now? Thanks for telling me. It's not like it's my first language or anything. But yeah, I'm aware. And it's actually a not so uncommon name, so there's that. Let's see.
Times-Picayune, dated June 18, 1993. The front page has an article about the voodoo murders. The article says that the victims are all identified as members of the underworld. The general public of New Orleans is in no danger. Police claim the so-called voodoo trappings found at the crime scenes are fake, a scare tactic, and that the murders are not associated with any genuine practitioners. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution, and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Potential storms. Was that the horoscope or the weather report? So, can I get
That
the mug?
doesn't seem
No.
to be removable.
Anything else I might want? Last thing?
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
Why would she have oil paints in a bookstore? I think this is a bookstore. It's too small for a library and has a cash register, so... Seems like it would be a bookstore. So, can I go back there? Guessing the curtain is a door. Yep, alright. Wait, does he live back here? I mean... It looks like a typewriter, so it's quite possible.
The typewriter
Yep.
is beginning to accumulate cobwebs.
Should I feel guilty? Nah.
I mean, just saying, I just think it's a bit weird to only have a curtain separating your bedroom and your shop. But okay. At least he doesn't have the cash register in this room. That would make it even weirder.
The wastebasket overflows with crumpled pages of mediocre glory. A little cold bubbly and brie cheese is about all Gabriel's fridge ever has in it. Bills from last Christmas gather dust on the door.
On the door.
A
Wow.
poster on the wall advertises
He has fridge
Mardi Gras,
magnets.
the biggest party of the year in New Orleans.
I know that it was released in 93. I know it's a Sierra game. I know two of the voice actors' names, and apart from that, I don't know much. So, yeah. No clue what I'm doing, as usual.
Gabriel's bedroom is also his office, studio, and library.
Okay.
Mardi Gras mementos left by some female or other. Mardi Gras.
Okay.
The medicine cabinet contains a few old prescriptions, personal hygiene stuff, and lots of hair products, including some hair gel.
He does seem like the type. Alright, can I get anything from that?
The medicine cabinet doesn't operate.
Fine, can I open it?
That doesn't seem...
No, can I pick stuff up?
I'll take this hair gel. You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
Yes. Great reason. And yes, it is a very weird way to put it. Agreed. Okay. So, I'll need to memorize phone numbers. Well, it's still weird though.
The beads wouldn't be much help.
I don't think putting on a Mardi Gras mask right now would help.
So, later maybe.
If I threw that stuff away, it weren't worth reading.
The receipts.
Gabriel might as well leave that here. Gabriel might as well leave.
Fine.
Gabriel
Fine.
No thanks. I don't have time to relax.
So, what's this stuff?
The dresser holds a meager supply of underwear and 38 pairs of mismatched socks.
Quite a few socks. So, anything else on top of here?
A poster on the wall.
No.
Gabriel's bedroom is also...
Fine.
Gabriel likes a subdued lighting effect in his studio. Jeans and t-shirts.
I mean, seems about right.
Jeans and
It seems he has a bit of a uniform going on.
Jeans.
Alright, apparently it's all jeans and t-shirts. No shoes. Alright. There. So... I'll save one last time and then head out? Because, I mean, I found a few items. Still don't quite know what I'm doing, but... oh.
Dramatic, isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat. He has a thing for black leather.
Okay. Can I get that one?
It's a bit warm in here.
Nope. Okay.
Gabriel decides to wait until he leaves to put on his coat.
Well, I was gonna leave.
Gabriel
but, well.
doesn't even want to know what Grace keeps in those drawers.
Alright.
Gabriel cannot open or close that.
Fine, I'll just leave. Can't even put on the coat. At least not... well, I can't put on the coat and then leave. I can just tell him to leave.
Later.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Lovely map. Alright, so we've got... Napoleon House, St. George's Bookshop, Police Station, guessing that's a bigger map? I don't know. St. Louis Cathedral, Jackson Square, Jackson Square Overlook, Historical Voodoo Museum, and Dixieland Drugstore. Well, all of those are interesting for sure. I'll see if I can make... wait. Were the snake's eyes flashing? I don't know. So, detail... I'm guessing that's text speed or something? This would be credits. Alright. I just wanted to check if I could make the cutscene video thingy bigger, but apparently I can't. So, yeah. I'll just carry on.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
You sure, though?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
Must have a comfy chair.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Best food in the world. You can get it right here in New Orleans. Muffaletta sandwiches. Beignets. Good Cajun coffee. Yep. Man can die happy in this city.
Okay. Anything
What
else?
can you tell me about New Orleans?
Look, I love this city good as anybody, but I already gave you my opinion. Why don't you check out the Travel Bureau?
Fine.
Are you sure you can't give me the scoop on the voodoo murders case?
Hey, buddy. Do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
I don't know. What would that kind of lowlife look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of them. Kinda like what you're gonna look like in about 5 seconds.
Okay, sorry I asked. What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, I ain't got nothing to say about voodoo.
Okay. So...
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the Desk Sergeant Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out of the crime scene. Sorry.
Okay. And I don't know how people would pronounce it properly because I am definitely not an expert when it comes to pronunciation.
Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see? People that bother me. Want me to put your name in this book?
I think not.
That's what I thought.
How about
Tell
now?
me about yourself.
I hate people who ask stupid questions.
Me too.
Tell me about yourself.
I hate...
Fine.
Where is the crime scene? Is it related to the voodoo murders?
Crime scene information is police confidential. We don't need any more looky-loos than are probably already there.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, I ain't got nothing to say about voodoo.
Fine. Anything else?
Come on, you can tell me what the crime scene is.
Look, I know the paper's got everybody stirred up about these killings, but that don't make it public information. Back off.
So this is a new voodoo murder.
Hey, I didn't say that. You'll read all about it in the papers tomorrow, I'm sure.
Please tell me where the crime scene is.
Look, buddy, you keep it up, and there'll be a crime scene right here.
I don't think he's allowed to say stuff like that.
Please tell me where the crime scene is.
Look, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not okay, but alright then.
About Detective Mosley.
I told you he's not here.
So where is he?
About
I told...
Fine.
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, I got something for you, all right. Soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
Alright.
Here's that envelope
Okay.
for you, Gabriel Knight.
I was thinking he might punch him. Well, could have been worse. So, let's see. That is apparently not the inventory. So, what's that?
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Fancy. Alright. So, he records all the conversation he has. So, every single
Could you just shoot
conversation.
me?
What? Who was he talking to? To me?
Talking to thin air.
Hey, I'll ask the questions around here.
Can I talk to her?
Gabriel can't do anything with the officer from the front lot.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know. Hey, it's a beignet guy.
Great, I'm starved.
Okay. So... Alright then. Wait, where's he going? What?
Stay put, you. Hey, grab me 3, would ya?
Sure.
Okay. Alright. Great.
Thanks.
Alright then. That was interesting. No, I'm saving a lot, but yeah, well, it's fine.
It's an antique umbrella stand. A vignette vendor has stopped outside the police station. He must do great business here. The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease. 30
Ouch.
extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of grey oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
She's not bad.
There's a photocopy machine in the office area. Gabriel is standing in the lobby of his friend Mosley's precinct. It smells like a cross between a hospital and brewery.
Fair enough. So. Let's see. Apparently I can't buy anything, so. Yeah. Wait, who's that now? Is that one of them?
A uniformed officer of the New Orleans police.
And the other one's off. Oh, fine. It's fine, this is fine. Okay, so. Guess I'll just roam around. Okay.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
Okay.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking...
Checkmate! Son of a bitch.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry.
Good talk.
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam? No, you bastard, you're not. Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else. You're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
With all the people in this...
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter. He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
I was thinking you might want a
Can I ask you some
distraction,
questions?
but no.
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my sign?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it.
It's an interesting protagonist so far.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Nice. Finally, someone who's willing to talk.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
What can you tell?
I'm no expert.
Okay.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Well, they say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
I mean, I wasn't sure if it would attract tourists or not, but fine, I guess not.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking about them.
Because, I mean, people are weird.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
A lot of people come here because they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
So you'd think the murders might be good for business, no?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know.
Fine.
What can you tell?
You should.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bar...
Fine.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
See those old guys at the chess table? That's Sam and Marcus. They played every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice as good as Marcus. But Marcus has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
Really? Thanks.
Good to know.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath. What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
That's about all I can say about this crowd.
Fine. So nothing about the guy who was sitting at the bar. Alright.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life. Tell me about the street musicians around here.
Don't know what else I could say.
Fine.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well, about 50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day, he went up and talked to the girl. And, sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's his wife. Poor guy.
Okay.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
That's about all I can remember.
Fine. So I think this one was Sam.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, But could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. He's right, you know, so...
Fine.
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh, well. Have fun. Hi. How's it going?
Could you excuse us? We're talking here.
Hello there.
Excuse me? I was talking to the lady.
And she was listening raptly, I'm sure. So, having a good game?
Shh. I'm concentrating.
Fine. All right. Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
What's up?
Buddy,
There.
I
Okay.
With all the people in this bar,
Let's see. Anything I can
a
do?
street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon house.
Alright. Gotta talk to him.
Gabriel cannot do anything with the drummer on the street.
Fine. Alright. I'll just go somewhere else. Okay. Yay, I don't have to pay for these. Okay. They seem a bit silly, but alright. It's just a bunch of binoculars to, well, viewfinders, whatever. Either way, they're all pointed at the park. It's a bit weird. Who made this place and thought that that was a good idea? Okay, so... Yes. Yes, indeed. It would be Sierra. So, what's this place? Is it a church? I'm not entirely sure, because, like... mainly the flags are throwing me off.
The chancel of St.
Okay.
Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
I don't remember ever having seen a bunch of flags in a church. Alright. I don't know. Hello, how you doing? And I started it today, so. Let's see, can I use this door?
Gabriel cannot go in there. That's the priest part of the confessionals.
Found a door. Okay. Is that like a dressing room kind of place?
Long ceremonial robes hang in the closet.
Pretty sure he's not supposed to be in here either.
It's a picture of Christ. This small nook must be used as a ready room for the parish priest. It's small, cool, and has a faintly institutional feel.
So... yeah, I didn't expect to be allowed into that room. But I guess he just figured, why not if it's open? Great policy. Okay.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Okay.
Interrogating a mind would be an exercise in frustration.
Okay.
Why, you nasty thing, you. I'll call the police, I will.
Seems people don't like him.
Hey, stop picking on me. I'll tell my dad.
Since Gabriel can't read lips, he's disinclined to start a conversation.
Is he gonna follow me too? Seems like it.
Well, I never. Leave me alone, you man.
The other park visitors are enjoying their leisure and aren't interested in talking to Gabriel.
Alright. What about this group?
Cajun band is a little busy for that right now.
Okay.
The other park...
Yeah, fine. So, two bands, and they're standing very close to each other. Are they a different band?
The band isn't paying.
I guess they aren't described using the same words. I might not know what it means, but different somehow. Seems they're another different band, probably playing different music. Wait, what? Well, I guess he was just saying something. He might say it again in a bit. So,
A blues band entertains
blues band.
on the lawn.
Alright.
Now that's music.
Corner request assistance at now.
Alright, so that's the kind of stuff I probably missed.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Not now, buddy. I'm busy.
I should have noticed that. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
Ambulance to now.
Okay.
Good day, officer.
Yeah. You too. Keep moving.
Alright, I'm moving. Hi. How you doing? I'm doing alright myself.
Ambulance to now.
I do think it's a nice game so far, so that's been, well, a pleasant surprise. You never know what to expect with these games.
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum.
Okay. So, how can I get out of this park? Maybe that way.
Corner request assistance at now.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I mean... do I need to explain how... Well, these games aren't always that, well made. So, is there a specific address I might need to go to?
Please select the
Okay.
destination icon.
I guess not.
Hi. Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
What about that game? There. And what's that up there? Is that a snake?
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here.
Fair enough.
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
I see. Thank you.
Fine.
A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage. A very
But yeah.
large, very formidable...
Called it. It is a snake. It does seem like a bit of a small enclosure if all of that giant pile is the snake. But I mean...
I'll be gone now, thanks.
So long.
Okay. So I haven't been here yet.
Hi. Uh-huh.
Nice. That's pretty handy. I'll have to remember that these are up here. And I still haven't looked at these. What?
The envelope has Gabriel's name written on it, misspelled.
Okay, that's the hair gel. So, look at
The envelope from Mosley is a plain manila one. It feels pretty light.
Okay.
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds 2 photographs.
All right.
The photograph of Mosley was apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then.
Okay. So I guess that's for the book.
One of the photos from Mosley is an official Voodoo Murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
Okay.
One.
Anything
The
about
tweezers
those?
from the bookshop are an old stainless steel pair that Gabriel's had forever.
Well, as long as they still work.
The jar contains frou-frou hair gel. The magnifying glass is an expensive one with an inlaid jade handle, an heirloom from Gabriel's grandfather.
Fancy. All right.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I'll answer what I want.
Good policy.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
So?
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These are novelties, curiosities. If people want to think they're magic, it's not my concern, you know.
Are you telling me that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Affaire n'est pas affaire blanche.
What does that mean?
Means you should mind your own business, monsieur.
Okay.
Look, I'm researching voodoo for a book.
I don't have your answers, B. Do you want to buy something, monsieur?
Look,
I don't...
Fine.
what do you know about the voodoo murders?
Cabri Sancour.
What did you say?
Nothing, nothing. Those killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
I honestly don't know what he just said. So.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Monsieur, that has nothing to do with my shop.
But yes, the voice acting is pretty awesome, but, well, I was kinda hoping for that, since they hired professionals for once. So. Anyways.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Monsieur,
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I've lived here all my life, me.
Okay.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'm a busy man, monsieur. I don't get out of my neighborhood much.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
If you're not from round here, monsieur, you should sign up for some tours.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
If you're not from round here, monsieur, you...
I mean, didn't he say he grew up around here? So he grew up bilingual? Is that a thing in New Orleans? I wouldn't know, so. Could be that they are an area that's, like, more bilingual for whatever reason.
What did you mean when you said Cabri sans corps?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
What did you mean when you said Cabri sans corps?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Okay.
What did you mean?
I didn't. You heard.
So, I can't just keep on asking.
Tell me about yourself.
Fine.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
Okay. Anything
Tell
else?
me about yourself. How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I discuss my business with you, man?
Tell me about yourself. How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I?
Enough of that.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is a Dixieland drugstore, and I own it, me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Okay. Guess I'll look around a bit and then go elsewhere.
There's no
Yet, don't talk to that stuff. There.
The dust on those boxes is older than Gabriel. The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head.
I hope they're not close to extinction or anything. I don't know.
The shelf hold containers of dried items.
Maybe not.
Flowers, grass, black cat bones. The glass jars contain a number of things Gabriel can't identify.
And wouldn't want to.
So.
The poster reads, "Power will be yours when you use Papa Legba's power drawing incense and Master Power oil. Buy some today."
Master Power Oil. Yes. Give me some of that.
The sign says, "Special Saint Jean Eve, Lagnappe, free bottle of lover come back to me oil, or Master Gambling oil, with every purchase over $50.
Lagniappe. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Don't know if that was supposed to be a euphemism.
A variety of cloth dolls are arranged above the shelf, each impaled with a single silver pin.
All right.
Small bags made of felt and flannel hang from the ceiling.
Those are gree-gree. They're full of magic. No guarantees, though, you know.
All right. Well, guess that's enough of that store for now. So, big map. Oh. So.
Gabriel, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
Okay.
How you been, Gran?
Just fine, dear. I'm sorry I bothered you at work, but I was hoping you'd get a chance to go through your father's things in the attic.
Don't be silly. You can call me anytime.
Okay. Anything else?
What's new, Gran?
I've been working on baby sweaters for the church bazaar. Keeps me busy.
Fair enough.
What's new, Gran? Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
I do like the art style, especially of the character portraits. I think they're quite nice. Either way.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is very southern. Of course, though, not as much as it used to be when I was a girl. It's gotten much more influenced by the East Coast and that California stuff. Still, it hasn't changed as much as other places, I reckon. We've always been happy here.
But yeah, I do think they did well with the art, so. Seems they had a good art team. If this is what happens when you give them free reign.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
My goodness, boy. You've lived here all your life just like me. I can't tell you much that you don't already know.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
My goodness.
No.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? I remember when I was a girl, we always had a St. John's Eve Mass. The Mass was said at midnight, and we held candles. One time on the way home, we were waylaid by a large group of drunken revelers. They didn't hurt us, but I was frightened. My father was furious. We never went to St. John's Eve Mass after that.
Okay.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I haven't celebrated it in years, Gabriel. Well, I'm sure there's still Mass in the more traditional churches, but I don't go.
Guessing
What
that's...
can you tell me about...
I haven't
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what caprice en coeur means?
Something without something, I think. My French is so rusty. I swear my mind is going.
It's okay, thanks.
Well, I mean, I got that far. Wow. Super helpful.
Do you have any idea what cap...
Yeah.
It's okay. Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Gran.
All right, dear. What do you want to hear?
What do you do all day?
You know how I love to knit and work in my garden? I also take long walks. It's the only way to keep an old body like mine from stiffening up.
You're not old.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'm older than the hills.
Okay.
Tell me about before you met Granddaddy.
Well, you know I was born Rebecca Wright. My daddy owned a lot of land outside of town. We grew peas, corn, cotton, all kinds of things. It was a good childhood, but my father was very strict. He didn't much let me out of his sight.
Tell me how you met Granddaddy.
I met Harrison at a church revival. There was a traveling preacher back then, a big fella named Reverend Jim. I even remember his slogan, "Come to me to find your way." Your granddad was sitting right behind me and my girlfriend Alma, and at one point, old Reverend Jim was flinging his hair around with his fire and brimstone annex, and a piece of it, one of those small add-on do's for men, went flying off. I swear, Harrison and I were the only ones that noticed. We both started laughing to beat the band. Everyone looked at us like we were a couple of loonies. It was then I knew that he was for me.
Alright. I guess laughing at other people means they have so much in common.
How you feeling these days?
Fit as a fiddle, and don't you worry your head about it.
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Just tell me anything at all.
I never loved any man but your grandfather, and I never will.
Just tell me anything at all.
I hate to admit it, but I was a jealous little thing when your granddad and I were younger. I loved him so ferociously, and he did attract the eyes of the ladies, whether he wanted to or not.
Just tell me anything at all.
I get lonely sometimes, but I have lots of girlfriends in the neighborhood. I call one of them if I'm feeling blue.
Anything else?
Just tell me anything at all.
I wish you'd settle down and give me a great-grandchild.
Oh, Gran.
Of course.
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22.
Alright.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
All right, dear.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
All of them?
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad supported me and your father with bookkeeping. I'll tell you what, though, he hated every minute of it. Didn't really like bookkeeping one bit. Maybe that was why he had the worst luck with jobs. The nights he'd come home afraid to tell me he'd lost another. And I would tell him. It didn't matter to me. But he felt ashamed, Gabriel.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Harrison was only 36 when he died. Your father was 8 years old at the time. Your granddad was hit by a streetcar in the business district. Took me nearly a year to believe he was really gone.
I'm sorry, Gran.
I know you are, dear.
I think he's just investigating for the funsies. But I mean, I don't know yet.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Did you know that your granddad was a poet? He was. He wrote the most beautiful poetry for me when we were courting. I always thought he should have done something with that gift. But he was such a practical man. Didn't believe in chasing after dreams.
Silly dreams. Why would you chase after those?
Tell me something about Granddad.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
Well, it seems he's also suffering from nightmares, so guess it runs in the family.
Tell me about my father.
When Philip met your mother, it was love at first sight. They were married 2 weeks later. Never looked at a girl seriously until then, and he looked at plenty. You have your father's way with women, Gabriel, and your granddad's.
What? But also, 2 weeks. 2. What? Alright then.
Tell me about my father.
I guess they were rather
Just
impulsive.
lay down and die when he and your mother were killed in that car crash when you were only 8. It was the thought of taking care of you that kept me going, Gabriel. The police say your father swerved off the road after being frightened by something. Perhaps a deer in the road or a wild cat.
Wait. So, his grandfather died when his father was around 8? His father died when he was around 8. Or did I get that wrong? Seems his family might be cursed. Just got a sneaking suspicion that that might be the case.
Tell me about my father.
Your granddad wanted Philip to have a normal life. He was obsessed by that thought. He pushed Philip to go to law school. But Philip was driven to art. He painted almost in a daze. He would get so inside himself when he worked.
And didn't they both die in a traffic accident too? So, yeah, it definitely seems like there's something going on here. Because, I mean, 2 traffic accidents, both of the sons, well, involved in that generation. Each one was 8 years old, lost their father, lost either just the father or both parents in that traffic accident. Yeah. Whatever. Just seems a bit suspicious. Might just be me.
Tell me about my father.
He always hated it that it was Margaret's money that supported the 3 of you when his painting couldn't. I kept telling him, try something more cheerful, like a landscape or 2. But he couldn't do it. His work was just too dark and disturbing for the public, you know.
Okay.
Tell me about my father.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked defying her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be a sweet gesture.
Maybe I will.
How old is he? Because apparently he doesn't know where that is, and he doesn't really know that much about his family. Does he never ever talk to his grandma? She raised him, but he didn't talk to her. I mean, yeah, it's exposition, but, like, how old is he that this is the first time he's having these conversations?
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother's family refused to give her money after the marriage. All she had left was a modest trust fund from a great aunt, who happened to like Philip. The remainder of your mother's trust fund became yours when she died. That's what you used to open your bookshop.
Okay.
Tell me about my mother.
The Templetons are all gone now. Every last one of them. They never wanted anything to do with us, of course. What a waste.
Tell me about my mother.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
Great. And possibly, I don't know.
Have you baked any of your incredible molasses pies lately?
No, dear. But you let me know when you want some, and I'll whip up half a dozen.
She seems lovely.
You've lost weight. Are you courting a new man?
Oh, Gabriel, don't be silly. You know there'll never be anyone but your granddad for me.
Your hair looks very pretty today, Gran.
Well, why, thank you, dear. So does, you've always had such nice, thick hair, Gabriel.
You know,
All
I
right.
always tell people that my Gran is the prettiest grand old belle in the city.
Oh, dear, you shouldn't talk so.
You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
Okay. There's that. Good talk. Anything I can do in here? Well, I mean, maybe I can go
I'm
upstairs.
going to go up to the attic, Gran.
Be careful of the dust.
Oh no, dust.
I think I'll take Daddy's sketchbook with me.
Okay.
There's nothing I want in there.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock.
It looks pretty heavy.
So,
The lid is blocked by the clock.
okay. Can I use the clock? Interesting.
The key should stay with the clock.
Fine.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The hands do not appear to have any mechanical function other than to move.
Okay.
A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and a dragon.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the narrator. Like, I mean, she sounds lovely and all, but just not a huge fan of her style. She pauses a lot, and at silly points in time. So, I mean, maybe it was, I don't know, the director or something who made those decisions, but it's just not the easiest to listen to. So,
Nothing happens.
maybe not the best casting choice, but I don't know.
The ring of symbols does not appear to have any mechanical function, but it does move.
What? I still don't know what this is.
Nothing happens.
Poke. There. Oh. There it is. So...
The face of...
Okay. I'm very confused. Alright. Something like that. No clue.
The face of the clock. The face of the clock.
So I can't adjust the top one. Don't know which one's which. So I can... Oh, there. Wow. Alright. Didn't expect it to work that way. Wow. Great. So, I don't know. Something like that? There's probably a specific time and picture combination that I need. So yeah, I'll probably have to come back to that.
I think I'll leave that up here. I think I'll leave...
Steal Granny's knitting? How low can you get?
Very.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
I mean, you never know when you might need some knitting needles if you're, well, investigating voodoo murder stuff. Alright. Cemetery. What's going on here? Okay then.
The marks are reddish in color and reminds Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
Okay. There. I mean, how should I know what it's actually for? Okay. Don't know what that was. Chalk or something?
It's a piece of brick.
Fine.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil.
Lovely. Looks a lot like the dream from the start.
Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious. Images haunt the pages of the images.
Fine. So.
It's a piece of brick.
Can I read the sketchbook? Well, not really. Read the brick?
That item
No.
cannot be read.
Read the photograph?
The photo of Moseley reads, "Cop nerd," to Gabriel's eyes. The murder photo has nothing written on it. The label on the hair gel jar talks about mysterious Hawaiian roots and ancient Oriental secrets. The copy is almost as believable as Gabriel's novel.
Lovely. So, can I talk to this person?
I'm sorry to bother you.
What you need, boy?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Good point.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
And really now, that is interesting. Can't say I've ever seen a graveyard that, well, does that sort of thing.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't really care to talk about it. I don't do it none myself.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody's trying to cover their tracks is all.
I mean, maybe they just didn't like the ground for some reason.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I told you all I know about that.
Okay.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seems like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tour. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
There's lots of things to see here, but none are as beautiful as the St. Louis Cemetery #1.
Well, I can't say I've ever been there, so...
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Hey, if you want to know more, you should ask somebody else.
Fine.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Why, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get some weird goings-on in that cemetery on that night. More often a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and more.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep.
Yep. Don't know what they do with them, but it can't be pretty.
Lovely.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I told you all I know about that.
Yeah, and that was plenty.
Do you have any idea what Caprice Saint Coeur means?
No, can't say that I do.
Do you have any idea?
No.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound they don't know what they doing.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
That's about all there is to say.
Tell me.
That's about...
Alright.
Tell me something about...
I'm not entirely
St.
sure about
Louis
this.
Cemetery #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high.
Fine.
Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water. Course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War and back further, too. Take a look around, you'll see.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
Just look around. Just look around. You get the feel of the place.
Alright. Guessing
Tell
that's
me
it.
some-
Yes. Alright.
You must enjoy the company of dead folks.
Unlike the living, they ain't never given me no reason to dislike them none.
Fair point.
How's business today?
About like every day. It's what you call a seller's market.
How's bit?
About like it.
Okay.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, voodoo queen of New Orleans. Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall. A stone angel stands silently before a tomb. This old tomb is in a sorry state of disrepair.
There's probably no one left in the family to maintain it.
I'd be more concerned if the angel wasn't standing there silently.
A stone angel.
So, yeah.
It's an imposing marble tomb from the last century. Gabriel can barely make out the name. Hamilton. An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
Okay, what's this?
No thanks.
And this.
No thanks.
Okay, can I open the door?
The tomb is securely closed.
Fine. Come on, there. So many options in this game.
New Orleans is famous for its above-ground tombs. The high water table prevents bodies from being interred underground. New Orleans is famous. The name New Orleans is the name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
So, where was the one I was supposed to look for? I'm guessing the name would be Knight. But I haven't seen one. No? Not this way? Oh, there.
The Wright family tomb.
Oh, fine.
Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest here.
So, anything I can do with it?
The Wright family.
Okay. He's leaving again. So, can I open this door?
The tomb is securely shut.
Can I talk to it?
It's rather rude to interrogate the dead.
Alright. Guess not. Can I use it?
There's nothing on the tomb to operate.
Can I pick it up?
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb.
Okay, can I poke them?
The marble and granite tombs are quite heavy.
So.
The marker reads, Mera Planta Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew them.
The marker reads, Franklin Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew them.
The marker reads, Harley Wright.
Grand's sister. She died young.
The marker reads, Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy.
The way he said that.
The marker reads, Philip Knight.
Daddy.
The marker reads, Margaret Templeton Knight.
My mother.
Okay. So.
These would seriously clash with my decorating scheme.
What even is that?
Vases seem to be a favorite decoration for the dead.
Okay. Guess I'll leave again. Read the names now. So, I'll check the shop again.
Phew, it's humid out there. Made it back, though.
Oh boy, party time.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you know anything else about voodoo?
I've told you all I know.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
You won't get...
Yeah, still nothing.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
You're the Nate.
Still nothing.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. It must be a local custom. New Orleans love any excuse to celebrate.
Do you know what Caprice encore means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Gee, thanks. Alright.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Still can't think of anything.
Of anything.
Alright. Great.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What else do you want to know?
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks...
Yes, I am planning on playing those.
Suit yourself.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Okay. So... that didn't really allow me to make any sort of progress, but... well.
I'm going out.
See ya.
Guess I'll just have to keep on asking people whenever I find out new stuff. So, we'll check that place.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
Does the phrase Caprice encore mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
Fair enough, I mean, yeah. Seems about right.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
Okay, still can't talk to him.
With all the people in this bar.
Can I interact with their game to get them to stop messing about?
There is nothing
No.
to operate.
Somebody's using it right now.
No, I guess not.
That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard.
Fancy table. Who wouldn't want a fancy chess table?
The door isn't going.
Alright. So that's the museum. Can I ask some people at the police station? I mean, they probably won't know anything, but I can try.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Anything?
Look, I love this city good as anybody.
Fine.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Bunch of crazies out there on St. John's Eve, that's what. We're busy all night.
Really? What kind of crazies?
Your usual howl at the mooners, I guess. They don't look no weirder than them that comes in during Mardi Gras. Never can tell, though.
Okay.
Do you know what caprice encore means?
Can't say that I do.
Apparently no one knows. Except that one guy who refused to tell me. And now I need to just ask everyone else I meet. So... Still nobody in here. Can I, like, knock on that door?
The door
Possibly?
isn't going.
I'm not trying to remove the door. Can I operate the
Gabriel
door?
cannot go in there.
Well, whatever. But yeah, I was thinking the whole asking the lady who works at the bookstore, still bad with names, don't mind me, being able to ask her to research stuff. You'd think that she could research that sort of thing, right? I mean, why wouldn't she be able to do that? But oh well. I mean, I could try and check the books, but the fact that I can't ask her to research it just seems a bit silly. So, I'll try the museum and the store again, and then I guess I might
Look around all
try.
you want.
Okay, thanks.
No, one of those guys with the drums? Alright. Why not?
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
I see. Thank you.
But what if I want to ask her the
Could I ask you a few-
questions?
I wouldn't be much. You should
Fine.
I see.
Fine.
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know.
Still absolutely nothing she can tell me.
I'll be gone now, thanks.
So long.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. Thanks. So very enlightening.
Hi. Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
What's
That's
the
it?
significance of St. John's Eve?
I've said all I'm going to say about it.
And there's no music because I switched it off because when I was playing Quest for Glory, part of my stream got muted. Well, part of the VOD got muted. And this game's music seemed like it would be the kind of music that would warrant a CD soundtrack, which apparently was the reason the other one got muted by the Twitch copyright system. So, that's why. So, it's... in order to have my VODs not be muted for this game. Because, well, not everyone can watch my stream every week, and some people just can't really watch at the time I stream at. So I do try and keep my VODs available.
Tell me about yourself. How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I discuss my business with you, man?
like archive them and everything. So it's just very inconvenient when stuff gets muted.
Gabriel cannot...
Yes, don't interrogate the door. Pro tips. So, let's see. Oh, and also, this game just seemed to have overly loud music. So, the exact stuff that would trigger the Twitch copyright system. So, no thanks. Loud, persistent music is the kind of thing that's gonna get you muted again. So, I'd rather not. So... I mean, maybe I can check the
I
books.
knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Harsh. Alright. Can I do anything with bookshelf?
St. George books could use some serious...
Hey, kids.
Bruno, how nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
Are you ready to drop dead today? Gee, is today the day that hell freezes over, or how much would you give me for it? I guess I could ask.
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Well, I guess I don't need the money that badly.
I was just asking.
I'm sure you will, my boy. And soon.
I was just asking. It was probably gonna say like $10 or something. So.
That shelf contains historical references, biographies of kings and queens, that sort of thing. The top shelf contained books on animals, including snakes and other reptiles. That shelf contains...
Okay, so it's both of them. Interesting. But yeah, I mean... I know, it's a shame that I can't hear the music either, but can't do anything about it. I can't really route the game audio through like 2 separate systems. I wouldn't know if that's even an option at all. So, I mean, I heard that the soundtrack was pretty great. That's all I can say about it. I only heard it for like a minute. So, yeah.
St. George books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel likes to think that the place has character. That shelf holds used copies of the Dime Strife series, secrets of unsolved ancient UFO mysteries and such. They just leap out the door. The ladder provides access to the...
Okay, so I can't actually check that shelf, I guess.
St. George.
Nope.
That shelf holds used copies of the Dime. They just leap. That shelf, The top shelf contains a set of German books that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather.
Okay, can I get that set of books? Because that seems very specific.
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Drei Drachen. 3 Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
What?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling the guy was one sick puppy.
Can I have him read it again?
Gabriel selects
3 Drachen. 3 Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele
I'll
wollen
try
sie
and
lebendig
translate
zum
it.
Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
So, I'm not that great at translating stuff word for word, so bear with me. So, 3 dragons, 3 dragons crawl in my sleep. And something about them wanting to eat a live soul. Alright. And says they have like fiery breaths and would you call it a split tongue? You know, the tongue of a snake. I wasn't aware dragons apparently have those, but alright. And they enjoy every meal. Doesn't sound that twisted, it just sounds weird. Forked tongue, that's the one. Yes. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't get it. A person dreaming about 3 dragons that want to eat the author's soul. Alright. I mean, why not? Alright, anything in here that he might be interested in now? I mean, can I use this on the
Gabriel
picture?
can see that just fine without magnification.
On the drawings?
Gabriel can see that just
the brick?
Gabriel can
The fine print?
Gabriel can
Tweezers?
Gabriel can
Okay, so guess I don't need the magnifying glass for any of those. Fine. So, anything else I might want to do in here? I don't know. Make his bed? Is that something I want to be doing? And also, just side note, I'd say the German pronunciation was pretty
It's no
good.
use. I can't sleep.
I mean, he didn't actually try. He just sat down on the bed for a second. He didn't even lay down. But, yeah. Anyways. German pronunciation really wasn't that bad, but very much not a native speaker. Can confirm.
Gabriel
He was definitely mispronouncing some words. I could tell you which specific words if anyone's interested, but I'd have to listen to it a 3rd time for that. So.
The book rack contains cookbooks, true crime, and puzzle books. An inspired combination.
Alright. I'll check it again and tell you which exact words are pronounced a bit silly. So.
Gabriel select.
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
Actually, quite a lot of them. Does it look like it's 3 AM outside? Because it's not. It's 1 PM for me. Anyways, so I think he said soul a bit silly. So Seele. Also, living, lebendig. He didn't really, have the emphasis on. Oh, yeah, that too. And, he didn't really pronounce the word tongue correctly, but that's nitpicking. And I'm not entirely sure what the spelling conventions were in the 90s, but I think they might have some. They might have a bit of a spelling mistake in there. So, they used a double S when I think they might not actually have needed a double S. So, either way.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
See ya.
So, can I talk to her about the poem I found?
Gabriel, come in.
Like, hey, I
Hi,
found a poem about 3 dragons that don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be able to speak German. I mean, yes, he read it out loud, but I'm not sure he's supposed to, like, understand what's going on. Okay. That seems like a silly combination, but alright.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Okay.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he worked his...
Okay, so I guess that was it. And I can't really ask her about the book. So, yeah, I don't know how this is
Gran,
going to work exactly. Like, do I need to research the translation? Because I'm pretty sure this game wasn't marketed to, like, a French, German, English bilingual audience. Because that would be very specific. Well, trilingual.
Lucy, home.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Either way, pretty sure they didn't expect everyone who plays the game to know all those languages. So, I don't know though.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
So,
Could
research?
you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Nope, still nothing.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Alright.
There's no
Good
one in
talk.
that part of the shop to...
Whoopsies. So. Can I show her the drawings?
Do you know anything about this?
No. Sorry.
Great.
Those two objects would have no...
Right.
Do you know anything about this?
It's your friend Mosley. Why?
Oh, no reason.
So, I haven't shown her the crime scene photo yet, but I'm sure that's gonna go well. Like, hey, super graphic crime scene photo. What do you think?
Hey, you want to see something really cool?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's really horrible.
I know. Great, isn't it?
God, somebody ought to lock you up.
Yep, that went well. I'll show her his hair gel.
Do you know anything about this?
Yeah. You should cut that mop of yours and throw that stuff away.
Never.
And yes, I know, it's great. It works perfectly for every game. So, a brick.
Do you know anything about this?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this?
What, the magnifying glass? It makes things look big. Out to impress a girl, are you?
I hope you're insulting the size of my brain.
That goes without saying.
Wow. Just wow.
Do you know anything about this?
They're called tweezers. You know, you should get out more.
So, that sure was interesting.
I'm going out.
See ya.
Actually, I didn't check that bookshelf near the door.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Oh,
Okay.
joy.
Lovely. So.
Under the window are reference books, dictionaries, foreign language dictionaries, quotation books, and others. Gabriel borrows them often when he's writing.
Isn't it his bookstore? So. They're kind of already his books, aren't they?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see. Mittag means midday, noon.
Yes. Wow.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
German lesson.
Alright. German-English dictionary.
Himmel means heaven. Uh-huh.
And sky.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Dry means 3.
Indeed.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Possessin means possessed. That's handy to know.
Yes. So, we've had, what was it? midday, or noon, whatever. Noon 3, sky, well, heaven, possessed. Did I miss any?
Gabriel leaves through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen?
Yes.
Dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachen Breath.
Yes, that insult makes perfect sense.
Gabriel leaves through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Yeah, so...
Gabriel...
Spiel.
Oh, game. Yeah, forgot about that one.
Himmel. Dry.
Yeah.
Possessive. Drachen.
Yeah, so... all the ones I listed, and dragons, and game. Seems about right. What about that word?
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Good luck.
I mean, technically you'd capitalize that word, but you did spell it correctly. Yeah. Well. And... the thing is, it's just pretty basic, because in German you capitalize nouns. So... yeah. If I start capitalizing every single word in English, that would be silly.
The seal is inlaid and is not moved.
But yes, that word would be capitalized in German. So, why am I trying to use tweezers on people? That's a bit silly.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
Nope, still nothing new to talk about. But yeah, I think I might need a hint. So, yeah, the park, alright. I mean, I thought I tried pretty much everything there, but... well, guess I missed something. I can try and talk to all the different bands.
The band is too
Nope. Still too busy.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
I should have noticed that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyone seen Joe?
Yes, has anyone seen Joe? Asking the important questions.
The drummer is busy.
Hello, how you doing?
The Cajun band is a little busy for that right now.
Well, I never! Leave me alone, you.
So, can I talk to this band?
The band isn't paying.
No. Alright, what else would I want to do in the park?
A bronze statue of Andrew Jackson marks the center of Jackson Square.
I mean, yes, true, there is a bit of a silly trash can. Can confirm. Might just be scenery though. I don't know.
Give a hoot.
Poke the trash
Arranging
can.
Garbage cans is not Gabriel's idea of a...
Yeah. Probably not.
Gabriel doesn't want to take that up.
Yeah, so he's not interested. Can I do anything with the hedge?
Gabriel doesn't want to take that out of the park.
Or the statue? Can't just pick up the statue. Alright.
The drummer is busy.
So, what if I get him to follow me around? Does that do anything? Can I talk to him now?
Stop following me.
No,
Stop following me.
he doesn't care. Can I ask him stuff now?
Interrogating a mind would be an exercise in frustration.
Stop following me.
So, can I lead him off screen? I guess not.
Why, you nasty...
I don't know.
Knock it off, you. If I shove this washboard down your throat, yeah.
What? What? What just happened? What? He teleported.
Knock it off, you. If I shove this washboard down your throat, yeah.
What? I'm very confused now.
Well, I never! Leave me alone, you man!
I don't think I've ever seen one. Honestly. Like, I've seen lots of the people who pretend to be a statue. They're pretty much everywhere. Like, if there's a tourist attraction, there is probably one of those. And I've done enough sightseeing to... Yeah, I've seen plenty of those people. Also, like, street magicians, people juggling or all sorts of things. Yes, it's very pre-2020. Back in the good old days when you could go outside your own home and do things. Yeah. either way, I don't think I've ever seen a mime in those places, so. Maybe I just went to the wrong places. But yes, it's been a while since going outside was still a thing. So, yay, he's still following me. So, maybe I combine this guy with the police officer. Seems, well, it sure is an idea. Maybe they could be friends.
Coroner requests assistance at the
Hey, cut that out. I told you to stop that.
Okay.
All right, mister.
All right.
You want some of this?
I did a thing. Can I steal the bike? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Got a feeling it might be. I don't trust this. So, use the bike.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Damn! Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South. Lakeside Drive north of Piedmont Pier, south of the country club.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 911.
Interesting.
Stupid mime. Hey, you! Get away from that bike.
Sorry.
All right. That worked well. So, there it is.
The crime scene team is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Pretty sure those barriers say do not cross. So probably not supposed to be here, walking through the evidence.
Mostly.
Huh? Night, you wiener. I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Uh-huh. Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh?
Alright then.
It's another one, as you can see. Same M.O. and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing. Now, who the hell is that?
Okay. An eyeball. 2 eyeballs. Alright.
Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Ah.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Malia Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Man, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
Fine.
We've about wrapped it up, sir. It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
The
You want to
meat
leave an
wagon.
officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
Yes, sir. If you'll excuse us, sir, we'll take him away.
Okay.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck in the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the case some more.
Thanks.
Okay. So...
Gabriel can't take the lines with him that way.
Well, I don't have a camera. So...
The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer.
Okay. What?
Gabriel is already...
Look at it.
It's extremely big, bloody sand.
Great.
It's
Extremely big bloody sand. Okay.
There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand, but if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined.
Which is?
There seems to be, but if
I can't even see it. They don't come off. They're attached to my face. So, don't worry about that. My eyebrows are all real. So, yes, all real, yes. I know my pronunciation is silly. That's kind of a thing. A fact of life. Don't tug on my eyebrows, that's rude. Okay. So, can I ask for him now? Wait, who's that? Ah, he's gone.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
So...
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Yay! So... I'm allowed to go back there now? Is that it? There's a door here. Yay! Doors! Is that the correct one?
Hey, mostly.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
And we don't celebrate Thanksgiving over here. It's kind of a US thing. So, yeah. Okay. So.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're
Some
right.
stuff.
Ask away.
Looks oddly familiar.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all faked.
Fine.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scene.
20 people.
Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How would footprints be just as good as fingerprints? I mean, sure, if you've worn a pair of shoes for long enough, then I guess it would have a distinctive print just based on how the shoe is worn. But I mean, still better than fingerprints. Yeah, that seems unlikely. Especially if it's a really popular shoe. Like, I don't know. Big brands and stuff. I don't really do shoes. I wear them, but, well, I'm definitely not shoe crazy.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The M.O. was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
Yes. Leopard fur.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood.
Flour?
There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
I mean, you wouldn't know if I have legs. You don't really see them on stream, so maybe I don't. It's a mystery.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know much except what I already told you.
No, I mentioned I was wearing socks, but I don't know. Still doesn't necessarily really now. Really. Well, who knows?
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't ask his mother.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
Hell no. Is that French?
True enough.
Whatever.
What can you tell?
I don't know much.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some freaking salt? Well, you know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Aww.
Right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he just can't seem to remember anything about anyone, so
anything at all.
don't worry about
You know
it.
how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were going to toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library hall. Oh, those were the days. Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
A family of ulcers. Lovely. Tell me
Just
more.
Tell me anything at all.
My back hurts.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Or a fireman.
Fascinating. Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me up that way.
Oh, God. Just tell me anything at all.
You know, I kind of like women with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace.
You're You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch your soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the
Yeah.
Just tell me.
You know, my doctor told me
Yeah,
I've got...
family ulcers.
Oh,
Alright.
nothing, never mind.
It's your dime.
So...
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Okay.
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Sure. Totally won't. Not gonna save to make sure I have enough time either. Okay. So.
Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on his head.
Dang it. That was too short. Leave again.
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
Okay. What? 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 Excuse me, game? Alright, where was I? Take this.
Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible. Gabriel doesn't see anything of interest there.
Fine, whatever. I guess I'm actually not supposed to touch anything.
Here, drink it.
It's fine.
Thanks.
The coffee cup is empty.
That was quick. Alright.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Okay.
How about getting me some coffee?
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
Yeah, fine.
Need more coffee.
Some people are never satisfied.
Gotta drink like at least 50 cups a day, right?
Gabriel would prefer to touch.
Use the computer? Nope, too late.
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
Okay. How about some more coffee?
No, please. All right. Just shut the hell up. Some people are never satisfied.
Okay. Get up and use the computer.
There is nothing to operate there.
Fine. Open the drawer? Nope. Fine. I guess not.
Here, drink it.
There.
Thanks.
Squeakiest of bottles. Ooh, sorry. Hope that wasn't loud. I was a bit over-enthusiastic about putting the ball back on the ground. Yes, it's great water. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. So...
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
Okay. Alright, I guess that might take a bit longer.
Franks,
Or
come here
not.
a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
So, where are they going to take the picture?
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure,
'Kay.
sweetheart.
She's gonna mess it up on purpose, isn't she?
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Another one?
Let's take another one.
Christ. Okay. One more. Franks?
Ready? Smile.
Okay. Anything else?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
God, Knight, make it fast.
What? Am I just roaming around now?
That doesn't seem to be removable. There's no reason to do that with the file cabinet.
Can I open it?
Gabriel wouldn't be allowed to access that file cabinet.
Are there any copies of
There's
anything?
nothing in the copy.
No.
The door works.
Don't know.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Okay.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Great. Don't know what this was for.
Can I ask you? Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Okay. Insult him.
Have you ever called a hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they hang, kind of pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off of your butt.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you, Knight.
You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
Have you ever called the hair...
Fine. That was enough of that. So I guess I can ask for more photographs. Anyways. To be honest, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've got plenty of stuff to do, so better get that done. So, as usual, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, so I'll hopefully see you guys then. So, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Bye!